there, Cindy J from Green Bay, and today I have a Temu haul in this huge bag. And this is exactly how I found it on my front porch with this little light sticking out, and as you can see, it's the box is busted open, and it doesn't look from first glance that the item is damaged, but I will find out once I open the bag. But I just wanted to point out that this item was poking out. And I mean, it's not Temu's fault per se, but at the same time, it's Temu that chooses to pack their things in such a manner that these types of issues can occur, but that's also how they keep their prices so low. So with that said, first item on this Temu haul would be this light, this bar light, and I actually already have one like this right over here. And I'll tell you what, originally I was going to be using this for my my dresser that is in kind of a dark spot that it's motion sensor, but then I ended up putting it on the edge of my fridge, and it really turned out to be a good fit. So I ended up getting another one like this. So I noticed that it's need of charging. The one thing that I would say about these bar lights is be prepared to charge them about every 4 to 5 days. And I can see where once the novelty wears off with these types of things, they just get forgotten and cast aside. So we'll see. Like I said, where I put them on the edge of my fridge, it's kind of kitty corner to where you enter the house. And it is kind of nice because sometimes my husband Jay will get home late, and when they turn, these sensor lights turn on, it's kind of nice. And, like I said, they'll last like 4 or 5 days. But so that's what this item is. And I ended up ordering a second one because the first one went on my fridge, which I ended up purposing it for something other than originally intended. So I think I might end up doing this one also on the fridge, because that way it'll be like a full bar, and then this is the charger here. So I'll make sure that it works, of course. Temu does have a pretty good return policy. I mean, if there's anything wrong with it, I can return it. So let's actually cut in to the real contents now that I have went on and on. I noticed a kind commenter mentioned that this lady, she can just go on and on. I surely can. So it kind of cracked me up. So, okay, this is one that I was excited about. This is a jacket. First impression, it feels a little scratchy. It's not as soft as I was hoping it to be, but I'm trying to remember what this one was. I think this one was a little more expensive. I think this one was in the $15 range, because I really had liked the cut of it. I thought that it looked so versatile that you could wear it just, open as a jacket like so. Let's try it. Oh, interesting. I mean, it is a jacket. Okay. See how there's a liner in here, like a real jacket? I guess I was expecting something more of like a fleece. So, okay, as I'm adjusting my expectations here, I can't help but try this one on because it was a more expensive item. I was kind of excited and looking forward to it. So, yeah, it's definitely got the feel of a jacket. But you know what? My big complaint here, no pocket. My instinct with the jacket is always to go for that pocket, and there is none. But again, on these lower end cost wise items, pockets are expensive to put in, so losing that pocket's part of how they keep the cost down. And I really like this angled zipper or not angled, but like, you know, off to the side. I don't know what they, you know, call it from a fashion standpoint, but I have a sweater like this that if you've watched ever any of my videos, one of my favorite sweaters, where it zips kind of on the side like this, and it has the opening, and I think that's a real sharp look, and that's what it is here. So I'll have to give this one some thought, because it doesn't shape very nicely. This is a size large. I probably could have gotten by with a medium, but you know, there's really very little give to this too. It's not real stretchy. I thought that there was a little bit of the elastoline or spandex in it. I'll have to double check, but so I guess I spent a little extra time going over this one because it is one of the more expensive items in this most recent haul, and I really am on the fence on whether I'm going to keep this one or not, because if I'm not going to wear it, why keep it? So that would be the first major item. I think the big thing with that one is that I was expecting, again, more of a sweater fleece than an actual all-out jacket. So, oh, and this one I was excited about. These are some jogging pants. These were very inexpensive. It was like $5. But, okay, well, that's interesting. I've been noticing that there was this kind of new look where there's this ruching on, like, from, like, the whole thigh, you know, from the back of the thigh down, but on the back of the leg. And so these gray jogging pants were advertised as if they had the ruching on the leg, but it's just a straight leg. And a long straight leg at that. I am a short person. I am 5'1" and 1/4, as I learned last time I had a physical. But I'm 5'1". And these are so extraordinarily long. I mean, holy cow. This is the bottom. I wish that you could see from here, but the bottoms are touching the floor. So, okay, we'll have to give some thought to this one here. Because even at $5, I mean, $5 is great and all for a pair of pants, but if they're so long that I'm never gonna wear them, why bother even? So, another item that I will have to give some thought to. And here's another one that, you know, clothing, it's kind of hit or miss on Temu, isn't it? Because I found a couple of items clothing-wise that I've just loved from Temu, but then at the same time, other misses. So what I have here, a pink plaid dress. It looks a little big, I gotta say. It is a large, but everything from Temu does run extremely small. Anybody who's ever shopped at Temu, and if you're watching this video, you've either already shopped at Temu or you're thinking about it. And I will warn you now, Temu stuff does run small. Most of the time, but not always. And again, that's what's tricky, but this is looking kind of big, so I will have to try this on and see if it fits me. What I especially liked about this one is how it had in the back the little stretchy part, so it really is versatile in terms of its fit. So I probably could have gotten away with a medium on this. So, well, I guess I will see once I try it on. And oh, this is the little side sash. So I am excited to enjoy this pink dress. It makes me think spring, but right at this moment, it is snowing here in Wisconsin on April 1st. Happy April Fools. And it doesn't quite feel like spring yet, but it's right around the corner. So yeah, the dress, looks a little big. All right, now I have here a white sweater. I don't know what made me think a white sweater is a good idea, other than the fact that I've been thinking I have pretty much all of my clothing is black or maybe like gray or something. And I know white is another neutral tone, but, and I don't have white for a reason because let's face it, white's awfully hard to keep clean. But I thought it would be a nice something different to my wardrobe. So it's supposed to be a cardigan. It's long. It's a little longer than I expected it to be. But it does have pockets, and to me that's very important. And that's one thing with that gray jacket from before that I'm disappointed about. But the little pockets here, that makes me hopeful. But again, it is awfully long, so I'll have to see how it ends up working out. In terms of the fabric, I mean, it's not the highest quality item I've ever placed my hands on. You can feel that it's somewhat cheap. And as I'm trying to unbutton this thing, I can see where, you know, the holes, the buttonholes, I mean, it was the absolute bare minimum that was put into the construction of this garment. Wasn't very easy to unbutton it. So, well, let's see how it fits as long as I've got it out. Yeah, I mean, it's cozy. It's got the cozy factor going. And you know, this, again, size large, you know, it's not like form-fitting or anything, but when I purchased this, my thought was something that's just warm and cozy that I can wear around the house, around the office, you know, run errands. And that's why, you know, again, the big seller at the end of the day too, for those purposes, having these pockets makes a big difference. So I think this white one will be a keeper. I think this was in the range of like $8 or $9. It really wasn't terribly expensive. And I don't know if I imagine this, but from what I saw online, it appears that, you know, cardigans and that like cable sweater look is supposedly what's going to be coming for the fall. Oh, here we are, spring. We're barely getting out of winter and into spring 2024, and we're thinking about fall styles. But these cable knit cardigans are supposed to be real, you know, a big fad for the fall. So, oh well, we'll see. Otherwise, guess what? I've got a cozy sweater to enjoy at the office or at home. And this one I was also really looking forward to. This one is a jacket. I bought it with the understanding or belief at least that it was a jacket. A little on the longer side, but that's again what I had expected. So it's asymmetrical, you know, shorter in the front, longer in the back, but I thought that would be cozy. See, now this is like just a giant hoodie. This pink, now this is a jacket, or what I thought to be a jacket. It's got the hood, but this is nothing more than a very large pink fleece. So it's nice. I like it in that it has pockets. That's big for me, as I'm sure you've figured out by now, as I do love my pockets. I can go on and on all day. Pockets, zipper. I'm not a fan of these open front garments that you can't zip or button up because, again, I like to be cozy. But this is what I was expecting to be, again, more of a jacket. And it's really just an oversized hoodie. So, yeah, again, I probably could have gotten a medium. This is a size large, but you know, I was looking for something again that was to be cozy, to, you know, to wear in the spring. So, has spring sprung? Not a very good model. Nobody's gonna be knocking my door down with a modeling contract, right? Well, this one here, I want to like it, and I do like it. It feels big, but at the same time, for my purposes, you know, I'm looking to use this as a jacket or a hoodie. And hoodies are meant to be big and baggy, right? So, I mean, pink wouldn't be my top color for a hoodie. I'd pick a black, but again, I have so much black stuff that I was just looking to maybe try something different here with the spring upon us. And onward. Oh, here we go, is a fun little item. This is a floating shelf that I got just for the heck of it. It's great. It's these like two little men creatures. Temu's pushing these hard lately, so anybody who's been on the Temu website lately probably recognizes these. So I got suckered in. I thought I'll try it out, something, you know, to maybe like just put up at the office that you can put little odds and ends on. And if I don't like it, I can always return it if I don't find a spot that I want to put it. I mean, it's what I expected, just, you know, cheap plastic, so. But it is very handy. Those little floating shelves are very handy in, you know, your work area. If you've got a wall that you can, you know, put stuff like that on, that you can set stuff. Oh, and then this here was a whopping 29 cents, but it's just to unclog your drain, and I'm having an issue in my bathtub drain, so 29 cents and can take care of a little maintenance. 29 cents is a lot cheaper than a plumber, right? So hopefully I can take care of that. And then, oh, this one is so cute and funny. I know what this one is right away. So my baby brother and his wife just bought a house. He is 29 and she's 27. They got married young, which I think is wonderful, you know, good for them. I wish I would have as well, but that's a whole nother story. So they just bought their first house, so they're going to have a housewarming party here at some point once they get moved in and settled in. And I saw this fancy toilet paper, and I thought, oh, isn't this just funny? Because I want to make a basket of just like odds and ends for them. And I want to pick things that are either consumable or specifically useful, not just like knickknacks to get in their way to clutter up their new house. So I thought, oh, decorative toilet paper could be a fun gift. And the other thing that I'm going to get for them that I don't have in any upcoming hauls, but you will see it at some point here in the near future, is I would like to get one of those blankets for grease fires, you know, those kitchen fire blankets. You just keep it under your sink, and if you have a grease fire, you throw this blanket over it, and you can get a 2-pack for a pretty good price on good old Temu. And I thought, you know, that's something I'd like to have under my sink for an emergency, and I'm gonna have the other one to give to my brother and his wife. You know, one of those things, it's truly one of those gifts that you hope they will never have to use. You know, something I hope he never has to use for sure. So, all right. And then, yeah, it looks like they put multiple orders in this bag because I had to. There's a lot of stuff in here. All right. Oh, and then this is so cute. This was a little splurge for myself. Keychains are usually such a waste. But I don't really have a like cool keychain on my car keys, and I do enjoy camping. Camping is something that I love to do alone and, you know, just like get zen with nature. And I'm really looking forward to doing some camping videos with you guys here coming up. But in the meantime, I'll just have to settle for little things to remind me. This little camping, little camper. I just car camp or cowboy camp. I mean, I have a tent that I keep in my trunk, but I just as soon sit on my chair in front of the fire and just enjoy the fire all evening and, you know, doze off here and there. 2024, so hopefully make some good memories for this year. And a little lantern, so yeah, something to just keep close by to remind me of why it is that I'm getting up and pushing forward every day. So that way I can work toward the day that I can be off camping and wake up in nature. And then, oh, this here was supposed to be a little rechargeable light for my car. And I was really pleased with these motion sensor rechargeable lights that I've recently got. So I got one for my car. So that's what this is all about, but I see the charger and stuff, so I'll have to play around with that there. This one was a little bit of a splurge by Temu standards. I think I paid $2.50 for this one, so I'm hoping that it'll be cool. And actually, interestingly enough, there's a little weight to this light. So my thought was just, you know, something to keep in the car for, I mean, I know you have the dome light and everything, but maybe sometimes, again, for like camping purposes, you don't want to use the dome light, and having that backup light could be helpful. So I don't know. Something to play around with for sure. And then this was just another motion sensor light that I've seen that was only $1.25, I want to say, a disc light. So I'm gonna give that a try, see how that works out. Maybe that, you know, this will be a good fit for that closet project here. So but again, if I don't like it, I shall go ahead and send it back. That, you know, I'll save the packaging and everything until I've determined if I'm gonna keep it. But you know, it's Temu. It's cheap crap. I mean, it was $1.25, you know, for a little light, but it comes again with, you know, the same little charger that that light bar comes with. So I'll have more of the, oh, look at this. I haven't even charged it yet and it turned on. So I will play around with this light as well, along with that car one here, once I complete my unbagging. So let's see, and I think I've said this before, but I hang on to these bags. I try to open them with some level of care because they work great for sending shit back for returns. So yeah, why waste your own money for a mailing bag when you can just reuse one of those if you've got a little packing tape on hand. Oh, and then this emergency mini toilet. I've mentioned my love of camping, so I grabbed one of these little guys here to just throw into my camping backpack. So that way, well, emergency mini toilet, you know, put the pieces together. I'm sure you can figure out what it's for. And, you know, because I like to camp in the rustic sites, and, you know, bathrooms can be a little walk away sometimes during the night. So it's kind of nice to just be able to stay at your site, and, you know, when you're camping out of a tent or your car. And then this is just some double-sided tape here that I got for like 29 cents, I want to say. And, you know, double-sided tape is just a nice thing to have on hand for different projects. I had one on hand, and I ended up using it for an attempted project that didn't end up working out. That is a whole saga in itself. Anybody out there have pet fish? Let me tell you, if you don't have pet fish, don't adopt them. They're a lot of work. But if you do have pet fish, well, hey, you're a very patient person. But I've been having an adventure with my fish filter recently, and I could probably do a whole video on just some of that, adventures with my fish. Oh, okay, so in this package here are some night driving glasses. I've purchased night driving glasses from Temu before, so frankly, against my better judgment, I did it again and just tried something else. So these yellow lenses here, because I do have a tough time driving in the dark because I had that LASIK eye surgery done, and it was in the early 2000s, and don't get me wrong, I never regretted getting it. However, as I'm getting older, I notice night driving is becoming more challenging, and I see those light bursts, so I was hoping that a pair of these glasses would help with night driving. So yes, I will give those a try, and if they don't work out again, they will just go back to Temu, because I really don't want to be the one to put them in the landfill. And 2 more items. Well, I know what this one is, and I'm super excited for that one, but I forgot what this one is. See, again, yeah, that's what you gotta love about Temu. It really is like Christmas, especially when you get those big bags. You just totally forget what's in there. Rice and Bamboo Shampoo and Conditioner Bar. So yes, I did purchase this from Temu. And you know, I purchased it because, you know, my hair is very thin and my hair is not very oily. So, you know, I don't have to wash it with shampoo very often. And usually it takes like a good couple of days for it to just become manageable after shampooing it, because it's so thin. And I thought maybe a shampoo bar would be a good alternative. But after further consideration, like, do I really want to be putting anything from Temu like on my body? Because, you know, I did get a thing of lip gloss once from Temu, and I liked it. It was good. It was fine. But, so I don't know about the Rice and Bamboo bar, if I should use this one from Temu, or if maybe I should get a shampoo bar from a more reputable source. I don't know. Anybody out there ever have any experiences with shampoo bars? Do you think this one would be safe, or should I get something from somebody more reputable? Anyway, last and least is, I don't know if I'm really even going to be able to do a good job of showing this here without it being set up, but essentially what this is one of those, and again, if you've been hanging around on those Temu streets at all, you've probably seen those little like bags, those hanging bags. It's like a hanging egg chair. It's just one string, and it's like this egg chair thing, and it's an inflatable mattress on the bottom. So that's what I have here, is one of those contraptions. So I have to, oh, neat. So they have it packed. It's like one of those little backpack things. It comes in just like this. So, okay. Well, that's nice. This one here was 16 something. So I want to say $17. $17 for this whole thing. 17. Oh, wow. It comes with a little pump and everything. Holy cow. Well, that's too funny, because it's like usually, you know, I would probably have the lung capacity to blow up a little, you know, pad. And I was even thinking about just throwing like a pillow pad. So this, I'm assuming, is the inflatable pad. And then again, the little El Cheapo pump. This is the card that shows what this is all about. I got the blue one here. So that just has to be hung from someplace that can hold my weight. And it's good for up to 176 pounds. So that's pretty good, because I clock in, well, last time I was at the doctor it was like 112, but I think I've gained a few. So, I mean, I'm probably about 115, and so I could sit in this like with my nephew even. With that kind of weight limit, 176, that's a pretty good weight limit for something like this. You know, one adult or a small adult and one child, or even, you know, 2 children. So, okay, cool. Here's the little pouch. So it's that parachute material, and you know, generally parachute material is pretty durable. So I'm really excited about this item here. You know, oh, it looks a little bit sloppy here in terms of the stitching. But again, what can I expect? This is Temu here, people. You know, manage your expectations, as some people say. So yeah, that looks like absolute shit. But it's being hung from this loop right here. That's what's got to be sturdy and durable, and it surely does feel like it is. And then, yeah, the inflatable pillow will go in here, but I don't see why we couldn't just put like a regular pillow in there as well. So we'll see. We'll see how we like. Oh wow! And then there's this whole kit here for setting it up and, you know, hanging it. I was actually kind of giving some thought to hanging it like on the edge of my deck because we've got like this split level deck. So that might be a place that I can hang it up. I don't know. We shall see. So that is my Temu haul for today. Thank you very much for coming and spending some time checking that out with me. And I do have another Temu haul coming. It won't be quite as big as this one. There's a few more items related to this order and then another order that's coming shortly after. But again, it's some smaller stuff. But yeah, I've got to give some thought to those clothing items and decide what's going to stay and what's going to go. So I hope everybody is doing well here as we're coming in April, and we'll see you soon. Bye.